So this is my favorite pie crust because it's so easy. 1 cup pastry flour, and I've warmed it. You can warm it in the microwave or you can warm it in the toaster oven like I did this morning. And I've mixed a 1/4 teaspoon salt right into the pastry flour, just with the fork. I have a 1/4 cup of oil, and I measured out already, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water I've got boiling. So the water is very hot, obviously, and it warms the oil. 1, 2, 3. And now this is the fun part. I'm just going to stir up the oil and water, add it to the flour, and then basically just mix it until the point where most of the flour has been touched by oil, and then I'll get my hands involved and press it into shape. So just watch this take. And I think it helps to not be too vigorous in the mixing. You can see how I'm just kind of pressing it to basically get all of that flour basically absorbed. And so now it's just about time to start pressing it. And it's actually quite warm and it smells yummy. And I'm just pressing it so that it's uniformly distributed in the pie plate. And I'm not worrying about that flour that you can see that isn't quite mixed in, because it is going to get mixed in as I press it. I'm starting with the bottom and then moving out to the sides. And now I'm going to work it up the sides just a bit. It really, really helps, I must just emphasize, when all of the ingredients are warm, like I did today. It's even warmer than I'm used to, but that just makes it more open to being pressed, which is actually brilliant. I love this pie crust. And it's not just easy, I love how it tastes. It's got that nutty whole wheat flavor and it's got a crunch to it that I like. So it's not just the flavor, it's that it is crunchy, and as opposed to a lot of pie crusts which are rolled and kind of flaky, this has a kind of substance that I really enjoy. I know it's not for everyone, and I know that if you grew up with a grandma who made perfectly flaky pie crusts, this would be quite the departure. But for something a little different and exquisitely easy, this would be my recommendation. So I'm just continuing to work. I can feel where it's thicker. You may not be able to see where it's thicker, but I'm continuing to work out those thick spots and move them into places where it might be a little thin. And if you break a hole, if you break through, you just pat it back. No problem. It's kind of a fail-safe pie crust, and I've used it for almost any kind of pie. I don't think I've ever baked it beforehand, so it needs to be a pie crust that you're going to put a filling in and bake, like an unbaked pie crust. Okay, there you go. Isn't it beautiful?